more. But did you know she does incredible fragrances? We have the 3.4 ounce, which is double the normal size that you see in department stores. Normally you see Eau de Parfums in 1.7 ounces. These are 3.4 ounces Eau de Parfum. You choose, it's only $30. So let me start off over here in the pink. So what you're seeing off over here in the pink, this is our vintage floral. So the vintage floral is delicious and sparkly. It's a pomegranate peony. Next to that, you're looking at, this is our Whimsy. Our Whimsy is feminine, it has bergamot, peach, and freesia. Next to that, this is our romantic, this is the Mythic. This is gorgeous, ladies. Very romantic, freesia, musk, and orchid. And then last but not least is Charm. So the beautiful Charm is uplifting with grapefruit, lily, and magnolia. I love that. You choose your fragrance. It's only $30. Shipping and handling is only $2. It's on 5 interest-free credit card payments. It's an amazing fragrance. And again, it's the way that you can change emotion without even saying a word. You can change a whole room just by walking and wearing these. Our very special guest, Julie Lenardi, is joining us via Skype. Hello, welcome, Julie. We're so glad to have you here at HSN and bringing us this incredible offer.
Oh, Amy, thank you so much for having me. And as you mentioned, I mean, these 4 fragrances are also fun, flirty, and feminine. And I mean, you mentioned the size. These bottles are, they're huge. There's so much product. I would say this is probably my favorite. You mentioned pretty well about each one of them. This one is the Whimsy. Now we know Nicole Miller, we know her designs, we know she likes bold, beautiful colors, feminine, fun, flirty. All these fragrances kind of just embody who she is as a designer. You mentioned the bergamot with this Whimsy, the peach, the floral, really just those warm undertones when you kind of spray it. So easy to spray just kind of all over. As I mentioned, I mean, the size is just beautiful. You kind of just spray it all over, and really they're just great for any occasion. This one actually has some warm undertones, a little bit of vanilla. I love that. My mom loves vanilla. It kind of reminds me of kind of being home a little bit. And I think a lot of us, we can be out now. Things are starting to open up. We can really just refresh our fragrances, change out the old into the new. And as you mentioned, this Whimsy, those top notes, bergamot, the freesia, the violet, those beautiful rose and peach, musk as well. Now, the second one that's kind of similar, the vintage flower. This one, also that beautiful pink bottle with the black. That's kind of what Nicole Miller, a lot of her designs are really known for. I'm smelling it myself. And I've been smelling it all day. I can't get enough. So the vintage flower, the pomegranate, the magnolia, the peony, so florals as well. This one's still a little musky as well, but really just beautiful scents that'll really just last through the day. Each one of them, you can switch up to different occasions. They're fresh, they're feminine, they're flirty, they're clean florals as well. And I think that's really important. You don't want anything too strong, but really when you're next to somebody, I remember being next to somebody on an airplane and she mentioned to me how beautiful my scent was. And I think that was just the best compliment, especially when you're so close to somebody. I know now social distancing, those guidelines are relaxing a little bit. So I also want to mention this third one. This one is Whimsy. So this is the purple bottle. So a little different than those first two. This one has the bergamot as well, but orchid, jasmine, really just a fragrance for every mood. But the last one, completely different than the first 3, but still beautiful in its own right. This is the Charm. So this one is in the green. This one is energizing. It's citrusy, has that orange, that grapefruit, that melon. So it's kind of a toss-up for me, I think, between these, the Charm and the Whimsy. But as I said, this one has the melon, the raspberry, the orchid, the magnolia, and those base notes. But all of them just so good for summer, for different occasions. And as I said, to just kind of switch up your scent.
Why not? Why not? You can do that. That's the beauty of what Nicole Miller is bringing to us. You know, some days you feel a little charming. Some days you feel a little whimsy. My favorite is the vintage floral. Heads up on the Charm, there's only 150 left. Heads up on the Whimsy. 150 left. That's all we have. This is only $30. This is an Eau de Parfum. So again, they're long wearing, the notes are true. I love peony, I'm a floral girl, so for me the vintage flower is what I love, but you're right, it's still sparkling, it's still fresh, it's still very clean, and it's only $30. So if you wanna uplift your spirits, you wanna change your mood, maybe you're tired of wearing the same fragrance, you want something different, but you don't wanna spend $150 on a prestige fragrance, that's what I love that we're able to do today. The bottles are beautiful, like I said, they're double up the normal size. Again, you can see here, she's got the little symbol there, and again, just a little dab will do because it's Eau de Parfum. So again, true to its notes. So this is my favorite, which is the vintage floral with the pomegranate, whoops, and the peony there. They come beautifully boxed. It's fantastic. Next to that is the Whimsy. We've got about 150 left of the Whimsy. So that one is more feminine with the peach and the freesia and the bergamot. And then we have the Mystic. This one here, Mythic, is the romantic freesia musk orchid. And then last call too on the charm. That charm is uplifting with the grapefruit, the lily, the magnolia. Remember, they're only $30 a piece. So do you want uplifting? Do you want romance? Do you want something that's very feminine, or do you want something that's delicious and sparkly and effervescent? So kind of how do you feel? You can see well over 600 ordered. It's only $6 to try. Don't forget, everything's reduced shipping and handling, or free shipping and handling, I want to stress. And we're walking you through the notes. And I think as women, we're allowed to change our mood as often as we would like, sometimes multiple times before noon. And so this gives us the ease of just changing our fragrances easily.
I agree. And I love it just because each one of these scents, they're different, but they're very similar. They still have those romantic, fun, fresh, clean florals that just make them so beautiful. Not too strong, but just strong enough to last throughout the day. And as I said, just really in time for summer. I think a lot of us, we've been cooped up for so long, and now we can refresh our scents. We can be fun, we can be feminine, we can have these warm floral undertones, and each one of them just so different. The charm, I mean, this one is so fruit forward. It's very citrusy, but it still has the orchid. This one is really fresh. I feel like this one is really one that'll kind of just be really just crisp for when these temperatures start getting a little bit warmer.
Right, or how often is it, you know, you're just outside. I don't know where you're at, Julie, but for so many of us in Florida, you just walk outside and then it's like, ugh, you're sweating and you're like, oh, you just need something to kind of freshen you up. This would be perfect for it. So anyway, it's only $30. It's 3.4 ounces, Eau de Parfum. Thank you so much, Julie, for being part of the show and being first time here with us at HSN. I know we're gonna see you a lot more. You did a great job.
Thanks, Amy. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you. Okay, well, we've got a lot more to get to in only 15 more minutes. Don't forget the GWP, ladies.
Yes. Gift with purchase means free. You make a purchase, it is one per household.